Here at the friendly confines, Wrigley Field. MLB The Show has action out of the NL Central. It's the St. Louis Cardinals and the Chicago Cubs. First pitch coming your way next. All right, first pitch coming up. And the pitcher for this one, Matthew Boyd. And Singy, he likes pitching at home.
Well, truly for him, there is no place like home. He's been so dominant here.
And
as a teammate, you expect him when pitching at home this year to go out and dominate just as he has. The fans expect it. And I think everyone around here knows that he's a good pitcher. Even though we don't see the same splits on the road, we're going to start to see that translate as well.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Batting second, the shortstop.
Now it's going to be Mason Wynn. In the air, left field, down the line. Makes the catch for the out. And there's one down.
Man, Boog, I love watching an outfielder take on the wall to make that play, and it's a lot easier to watch from up here because that can be painful in the end. You know the wall's coming up on you quickly, so you have to maintain concentration and able to make that catch and hold onto it after contact.
Upstairs. Rudder takes off. Cut on and miss. The throw, tag, and he's out.
Usually when you see a team try to steal a base in the early innings, it tells you they want to be aggressive on offense. Try to force the defense to make plays and slow them down. That's exactly what they did right there. So we'll see if that caught stealing changes the offensive approach moving forward.
Two outs.
Ball. Full count.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Nothing doing there for St. Louis. Now the Cubbies will get their first crack. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back here at Wrigley Field, and our pitcher tonight, Eric Fetty. And Singy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch-to-contact type of guy.
Yeah, Boogie, he doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout. He knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact, let the defense do work behind him. And I think a guy like that can keep a good tempo, don't give hitters time to adjust or think. They can move through a ball game, and you look up, they're in line for a quality start. We'll see what he's got in this one.
And that's off the inside edge. 2-1. Outside.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Full count.
Got him swinging. Pulled the string on the changeup.
I think he might have gotten away with one right there. That was a very hittable pitch right over the heart of the plate, and I know that batter is kicking himself right now. Would like to get that pitch again. Just pulled the string on it, and the deception gets him the K.
Here's Kyle Tucker. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
This guy's seen 2 changeups in a row. Could be a little vulnerable for a fastball right here.
Misses off the inside. Now 2-2.
Well, he's not afraid to fall into a 2-strike count. Knows the strike zone very well. So much so that I think umpires will look at him and determine whether it's a ball or strike, if he swings or not.
And they'll do it again. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top two guys in a lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the #3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Throw to first. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. Second inning coming up here at Wrigley. No score. All set for the start of the inning. At the plate, Alec Burleson.
Burleson.
Way out front for strike 2.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes, and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter, to track.
Kicks and fires. Got him swinging, and one away. Next is the designated hitter, Yoel Pozo. Swing and a ground ball. Shaw fires across the diamond. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second. Two down, base is empty. Now here is Lars Nootbaar. The 1-1 is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. No score. Here at Wrigley Field, we see Pete Crow Armstrong now. How about this? Both of his parents are actors. Bounce to the left side. Sajazi tosses to first. Leadoff man retired here in the second.
Batting fifth, the first baseman, Michael Busch.
And now the first baseman, Michael Busch. Singing when the year's over, he'll have a new career high for RBIs in a season. The 1-1 is fouled off. Swings through that one. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. To first, but it pulls him off the bag.
Well, you don't see it very often, but every once in a while, a guy strikes out and still somehow ends up safe on first. And when it happens, you kind of scratch your head, but I guess sometimes a pitch is so nasty it makes everyone miss. Now they're going to have to get more than 3 outs in this inning.
1 down. So up now for Chicago, Dansby Swanson. Next pitch is outside. And it's strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Busch over at first with 1 away. Swings and misses. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Well, that at bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there. At least to foul something off, extend that at bat.
Here's Nico Hoerner. That one to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So no runs, no hits, and 1 error, but they leave him stranded. We head on now to the top of the 3rd. We're tied 0-0. On the north side of Chicago, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton. Top half of the third inning. Here's the rookie third baseman, Thomas Sajazi. Next pitch outside. Misses outside. And that's ball 2. A little out front there as he swings through it. 2-2. Way upstairs. Full count 3-2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way. So credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. Pedro Pajes. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
1 out, bases empty. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
Here's Garrett Hampson. 2 outs.
Ball 2.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Make it 4 strikeouts in a row. Just cruising along. 1, 2, 3 go to Cardinals. Still no score. And welcome back to the ballpark. Set for the bottom of the third. Here's Reese McGuire. Next offering in there for a strike. It's 2-2. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. Dives, but it falls. And now it looks like extra bases. And that's a leadoff double.
I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it. And that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
So digging in, Matt Shaw. And a swing and a miss there.
1-2.
No outs. Runner on second.
Ball 2.
In the dirt. Man at second. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Still tied at 0. Last of the third. Got him swinging.
That cutter right there had just enough movement on it to get the swing and miss. It wasn't a great location by any means. That's typically a spot that hitters can handle. So I'd say he fooled him with just enough of that late action.
Ian Happ up to hit. Cubs made Ian Happ a first-round pick in 2015. He played at the University of Cincinnati as an infielder. Played a little bit of outfield, but a guy in 2022. What a year, Chris. Both an all-star and a Gold Glover.
Yeah, and wins that Gold Glove as a left fielder, and it's a guy that was a pretty good center fielder as well. But you know, one of the things for him is just being able to be in the same spot every day. I think it increases the comfort level and allows that athletic ability to really shine.
Swung on, popped up on the infield. Contreras. And there's 2 away.
Now batting, right fielder, Kyle Tucker.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. So here's Kyle Tucker now. Runner at second, 2 down. The next pitch misses, and it's 2-1. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens.
Ball.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Swinging a foul ball at the plate. They'll do it again. Now a bullet to second base, but he's got it to end the inning. 1 left for the Cubs, and we are still scoreless. Back here at the friendly confines. Here's the second baseman, Brendan Donovan. Ball to strike. And there's a ball.
You know, these Cards just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
He's got it. 1 away.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
And a big swing and a miss.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Quite the start to this game on the mound, looking very dangerous to these hitters. 7 punch-outs already, so this lineup hasn't had much success trying to figure them out. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
And up to hit is Wilson Contreras. And the next pitch is way outside. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues.
Takes it himself, and he has thrown 4 shutout innings. So they go quietly there to the bottom of inning number 4 now. No score. And we're back. John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Seiya Suzuki. The 1-1. And that's outside.
You know, these Cubs just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. Strikeouts are a little easier to stomach in baseball today, but even by those standards, they're going down way too often, and I think they're having a hard time getting any momentum going as a result.
2-2. Now this is in the air down the line. Burleson on his way over. Puts it away for the out.
Up next for the Cubs, the center fielder.
So now it's the Cubs hitter in the 4-hole, Pete Crow Armstrong. Next offering is fouled back. One down, base is empty. It's in and out of his glove. Still manages a throw, and they get him. The misplay made it a bit messy, but they cleaned things up for the out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And now Michael Bush.
Ball.
The other way. And that's a fair ball. Around first, digging for 2. The throw into second, and he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning. Through 4, still tied. Zip, zip. Here at Wrigley Field, now it's the right fielder, Alec Burleson. The 1-2. Blows the high knee past him. That's a strikeout.
That was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into right field. And they have their first base runner since the 2nd inning.
Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Now, Lars Nootbaar. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. The 1-2. And a swing and a miss. That's his 9th strikeout so far.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Now a chance for Thomas Sajazi.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
And a swing and a miss. And that's that. So 1 left for the Cardinals, and we're still knotted at 0. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Now it's the shortstop, Dansby Swanson. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2. And you played behind guys, and they loved having your speed out there defensively. One of the things that we talk about is how much pitchers enjoy having those elite defenders behind them.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in.
Second
Anytime you
baseman,
rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Nico Horner will come up to hit. Next offering in there for a strike. 2-2 now.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Swanson on at first, nobody out. That one misses. Full count now.
For the lay off that pitch down.
That one the other way. Fair ball. Lead runner around second. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He scores and they have the lead.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. The batter now is Reese McGuire. And that one clips the corner.
1-2.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Last half of inning number 5. On the ground, and that chance handled. To first, safe. And runners at the corners after the infield single.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night. And just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Matt Shaw, the next Cub to hit. Here's a 1-1. Ground ball left side, could be 2. Oh, the throw is wild. Everybody's going to be safe. Back to the top of the lineup. Ian Happ now at the plate.
Happ.
Ball.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Fouls one off. 2-2. No outs. Runners at first and second. In the air, left side. Brings it in, and there's one away.
The right fielder, number 30, Kyle Tucker.
Kyle Tucker, a.k.a. King Tuck, to the plate now. The other way, Sajazi. Donovan for 1, and that's 2. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. We're through 5. It's the Cubs 2 and the Cardinals nothing. On the north side of Chicago, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton. And here's the catcher, Pedro Pajes. Next pitch is outside.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Swing and a ball popped up. Corner. Corrals it. One down.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
So up next, Garrett Hampson. Next offering in there for a strike. And that's strike two.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
This one lifted in the air, left field. Pat makes the grab, 2 down.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
The 1-1 is fouled off. 2 out, space is empty. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And his 11th strikeout in this one, really racking up the whips. Redbirds down quietly. They trail it here 2-0. Sonny Gray gets the call from the pen. He last pitched 2 days ago.
Now pitching for the Cardinals, number 54, Sonny Gray.
And here's the DH for the Cubs, Seiya Suzuki.
The designated hitter, Seiya.
Not a lot of people know this, but this isn't the only Wrigley Field in MLB history. You know, when the league expanded and added the Los Angeles Angels in 1961, they played their first season at a stadium in L.A. called Wrigley Field, which had been the home of the minor league team of the same name.
That one fouled off. Drilled out towards left center field. That one back. And it's into the bleachers. Out of here. He'll touch them all. Homer number 25 on the year. It's 3-0.
Those are the at-bats that leave pitchers exhausted. He had to throw a lot of pitches and still gave up the long ball. That's a bad combo. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at-bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
And now Pete Crow Armstrong. Next offering misses, and it's 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
To third, and it goes just foul. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here in the bottom of the 6th. Good job to fight that one off. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. And makes the grab. And there's one down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, I want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field knock.
Line drive, hauls it in, 2 away.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting the line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
2 outs. A little bit low. 2-1. Swing and a pop-up. Foul out of play off to the right side. That'll find the stands.
flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch, keep the at-bat alive.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Pajes down to first with it. And it's in time for the third out, so that'll end the inning. Cubs tack on another with a solo jack. It's now 3-0. Top of inning number 7, and the batter will be the shortstop, Mason Wynn.
Seems like the hitters are struggling with their timing today, kind of caught in between that sharp fastball and the nasty slider. I'd like to see him settle on a consistent pitch.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Man, that slider bearing in on your hands like that, it's just so tough to fight off. It's kind of like a cutter. It just can eat you up, saw you off. I'll tell you what, hitters have nightmares about that pitch. Perfectly executed out there on the mound.
Here's Contreras now. Falling behind 2-1. Swing and a high fly ball hit in the air left center field. This one's got a chance. Up against the wall and brings it in.
Now back, the right fielder, Alec Burleson.
2 outs, base is empty. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Alec Burleson. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. And that one is inside.
This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with a mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter. Their swings are hesitant, and that's...
Well, he's under it to make the catch in center, and we'll take a break. Still in total command on the mound with 7 shutout innings. It's the Cubs 3 and the Cardinals nothing. Back here at Wrigley Field, set for the last half of the 7th. So here's Horner now. Next offering way off the plate. Swing and a miss.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
That missed by a lot. And that's ball 3. Stays alive. Cut out and missed. Curveball struck him out.
This guy will throw any pitch in any count. 3-2. He goes off speed.
Now
gets the out.
The catcher,
Reese McGuire getting ready to hit.
McGuire.
Just missed. Base is empty, 1 away. Here, the bottom of the 7th. That one ripped. Touches down. That's a hit.
The third baseman, number 6,
Matt Shaw will hit next. Shaw swinging it much better this season in away games than here at home. Swing and a miss, and now 2-2.
2-2.
On the ground to first,
ball.
and that's just foul. McGuire stands at first with 1 out.
Ball 3.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Hello.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Now batting, the
Ian
left
Hack,
fielder.
the next
Ian
Cub to hit.
Hack.
Two outs. Happ
Ball.
lays off.
2 balls, 1 strike.
That
No.
one missed.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Fouled off left side.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
3-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. Cubs leave one, but they lead at 3-0. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Drew Pomerantz. This southpaw's been really good against left-handed hitters. So now here's the DH, Yohel Pozo.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the 9th with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. Way back there. Grabs it right up against the wall.
Now batting, left fielder, Lars Nootbaar.
And up next for St. Louis, Lars Nootbaar. Lefty continues to work, but the closer getting loose in the bullpen. Next offering is fouled back. In the dirt,
2-2.
and the count now even up. Fouls that off to the left, and will do it again.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. And when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
2 strikes.
Well, in this one, the offense has sputtered. Somebody's got to find a way to get on, keep the line moving, and manufacture at least 1 run. Then maybe you get 2 or 3.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And down in order go the Cardinals. They trail in this one 3-0. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, John
Now
King.
pitching for the
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed
Number
reliever from the
47,
pen with the lefty hitter coming
John
up. I think it's a good move.
King.
I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me.
Kyle Tucker
Leading off
digs in
for the
now.
Cubs,
With this
the
kind
right
of
fielder,
lead, he can
Kyle
swing freely. Try to hit the ball out of the park.
Tucker.
Do what he loves to do.
Next
Ball.
pitch downstairs. Now 2 balls and a strike. Action in the St. Louis bullpen. Phil Maton up and throwing. Palante, a hard-throwing right-hander, up as well. That's ripped. Base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Now batting, the designated
That ball
hitter,
was blasted,
Sega.
Boog, and as broadcasters, we can go weeks without seeing a ball hit 115 miles per hour, which is what StatCast tells us there. Man, he really got the bat through the zone and did not get cheated.
Yeah, that ball was absolutely smoked. And here is Seiya Suzuki.
Ball two.
Pitch misses there. Now 2 balls
2-1.
and a strike. Tucker gets his lead at first. Nobody out. And a 2-1 hammered but foul. That one just misses.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
And a 3-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Swing and a ball driven out to center. That's back. And that one's gone into the bleachers. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they boost their lead. It's 5-zip.
In a 3-2 count, you've got to be ready to hit at the plate, even if it's a borderline pitch. You don't want to leave it in the umpire's hands. You've got to be ready to pull the trigger. He had a great swing on that. They got rewarded for it.
Here's the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong. And a swing and a miss down on strikes. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. And here's the first baseman, Michael Busch.
Michael Busch.
Next offering is in for a strike. Still only 1 out here in the inning. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
The batter, number 7.
Swanson digs in.
Swanson, former first-round pick by the Arizona Diamondbacks. Vanderbilt player in college, College World Series player, all that good stuff, but really coming into his own.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Bases empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Next pitch misses, 2-2. And that one hammered. And that's a foul ball. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a high fly ball, pretty well struck right field. And that's got extra bases written all over it. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Everything came together for him. A lot of times in today's game, right fielders are able to get to a ball that stays in like that, but he hit that one pretty well. And if he hits it just a little bit different on the barrel, it's out of here easily. But there's nothing wrong with the extra bases right there.
Here comes the manager out of the Cardinals dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. John King won't go any further, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed.
Now pitching for
Phil Maton taking over on the mound.
Coming on to face a righty here, and he's been fantastic against him this year. His numbers in those matchups are very good.
And the batter now, Nico Horner, right side. Throws to first. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. Cubs add 2 on this homer. Last chance coming up here for the Cards. We're back. It's the top of the ninth, and there's a new pitcher on the
Now
mound,
pitching
Brad
for the
Keller.
Cubs,
And as relievers go, he's
Number
not a
40,
big strikeout guy. He tries
Brad
to force weak contact, so
Keller.
command and execution are huge for him.
Stepping in,
leading off
Pedro
the St. Louis,
Pajes.
the catcher, Pedro Pajes.
Ball 2.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch
balls,
right there.
one
Started
strike.
on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
And
3
that
balls,
skips into
1
dirt.
strike.
There's a strike. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Ryan Brazier, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Thielbar, a left-hander, also throwing. Taps softly to the right
That's
side,
foul.
but it kicks foul. Cut on and missed, struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth. So the bullpen doing a nice job backing up the effort from their starter.
Yeah, we've seen some pretty excellent pitching out of this staff so far. I mean, they've come in ready to do their job and get outs. They've been pretty tough to get to in this one.
And that's in the dirt.
2-1.
And a bunt
That's a
towards
foul
third.
ball.
And foul ball. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Cardinals now with just 1 out remaining.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about
Second
the
baseman,
benefits, the
Brendan
advantages of
Donovan.
relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
So they're down to their final out. And here's the St. Louis leadoff man, Brendan Donovan. 2 outs. That's
2-1.
way outside. 2-1. Outside with a breaking ball. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the top of the ninth. On the ground, and this should do it. Steps on the bag himself. Ball game.
I don't care if you're a top team or you're a middle-of-the-pack team. Every ball club wants to be dominant at home. Winning a game like this just helps to boost the confidence and makes you look forward to coming out again for the next one.
5-0 the final in this one. The Cubs go home a winner. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.